Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Cool, baby. All right, we got something playing in the background. What we got? Mute this. Hey, buddy. All right, and we're gonna turn on some music. Let's see here. Why does that look so fuzzy? Hmm. Why does that look like that for? All right. Do, do, do. I'm getting used to that. All right. Hey, how's it going? Put on a little music. I gotta have a little noise in the background. Okay. Hello. Yep. Something's still playing. What's playing? There we go. My goodness gracious. Okay, we're going live. We're live on Amazon, not Amazon. We're not live on Amazon. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X. We're on X, right? X. Um, hey, what's going on? It's Tuesday night, the Tuesday night hangout. If you got any questions, put it in the chat. Looks like we might have a question. What's going on over here? We got a comment. Hey, Gun Websites, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. We're talking about Amazon influencers. We're talking about quarter two. Quarter two is coming up, so we're going to do some talking about quarter two and what to do. It's starting to get busy. At least I'm starting to get busy. You starting to get busy? Whew, yeah, things are starting to pick up now. That quarter one was rough this year. Quarter one was rough. If you're just an Amazon influencer, now I believe I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income, right? So you got to have multiple streams of income. You got the YouTube channel, you got whatever else you got coming in, but you got to have multiple streams of income coming in because when things like quarter one happen and when the Amazon influencer earnings go down, some in some cases by a third, I'm hearing, you know, yo, gun snobs here. Hey. Um, some people are down by as much as a third, half of what they made in quarter one the year before. That's pretty sad. But I just did a podcast with, or an interview, I should say, with Billy Thorpe. If you want to check that out on the channel, uh, he is a six-figure earner, 100,000. He's one of those four percenters, as they call them, right? The four percenters of online earners that are making 100 grand or more a year, and he's doing it. And he's doing it the Amazon influencer program mostly, but he's not relying on the Amazon commissions. Okay, he's doing it more along the lines of volume. Pumping out a lot of videos and brand deals, doing it brand deals, working with brand deals, working with agents, doing all kinds of videos for agents and selling and reselling the products. Okay, so he's only accepting products that are resellable. All right. So and he's going on platforms and he's reselling. We're going to talk about all of this today on the live stream. Um, so how do you get rid of the products now? If you're an Amazon influencer, after your first couple of months, after you've gone through everything in your house, right? And brands will eventually find you and start sending you emails, reach out to you on Facebook Marketplace, and ask you to do videos for them. They want to send you their product for free, and it's up to you how good of a negotiator you are as to and how good of content you have and how big of a following you might have as to what you can negotiate as to a price, if any, for your efforts, right? So what I call a video production fee. So a video production fee. Who knows what it is? Like I said, I'm never going to talk about numbers like that because everybody has their own skill set when it comes to negotiating, right? I know people that get quite a good amount, and I know people that get quite a little bit amount, and I fall somewhere in the middle there. But the reselling, what do you do? Where do you resell your products? Now that you've got a mountain full of stuff, after a couple of months, hey, yeah, Billy got some good insights, right? And so my garage started piling up with stuff. So I had a couple of garage sales, right? I had a couple of garage sales. People in the neighborhood coming around, nosing around, and yeah, you should. We have meetings every Monday. He has meetings every Monday Definitely worth $7 a month for sure. It's all about, he's big on organizational skills and what he calls CRM, customer relation management, and keeping everything organized and keeping, and we're going to touch on that a little bit too. Sometimes I lose my train of thought. We went off on the $7 group, and definitely worth it, right? But we were probably talking before that about, well, we'll keep going. Quarter two seasonal stuff is what we're really dealing with, right? What do you do with the stuff? So after a couple of months, you got a closet full, what turns into a garage full, can turn into a storage unit full of products, and maybe you have a garage sale and you have the neighbors nosing around. How come everything's brand new in a box? What kind of garage sale is this? And you got to go through the whole thing. What I do, and I'm an Amazon influencer. I get things sent to me for free, and they're only open box, brand new stuff, open box, used one time, if any. The multiple revenue stream, the multiple revenue streams and getting rid of the products. It's a trifecta, basically. It's basically a trifecta. You're getting paid by the brand to do the video, right? Hello, dear, can you do a video for me for $100, $50, $80, $90, $20, whatever you negotiate, right? Can I do a video for you for a fee? So you get the fee. Then you're going to make some Amazon earnings, which is probably going to be nothing because that product probably doesn't get a lot of sales, right? So over time you might make some money on it, but you don't plan on making a lot of Amazon commissions on the product. Usually they're not best sellers, right? So that's income stream two. Then you have the product itself, which you are free to use, right? But I would suggest reselling it somewhere, okay? Reselling it and getting anywhere between 50 and 75% of retail value for it if you can. And like I said, we started doing that with the garage sales, right? But then garage sales will work. You have to have everybody come to your house, right? Facebook marketplaces work. Facebook marketplace is a lot of work. Facebook marketplace is, is it available 10 times? Then they don't answer you. Then you're waiting for this one, and then you make a deal with this one. They don't show up. You could have sold it, but this one, you told this one that it was already sold. Sometimes it's a real pain in the butt, right? So it's a lot of logistics, right? Logistics. So anyway, getting ahead of myself, we're going to talk about quarter two. We're going to start at quarter two, right? Welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. We checked everything. So we how's the video? How's the audio? How's all of that good happy horse stuff? We got to check on all of that stuff. Quarter two, like I said, quarter one was pretty sad. It was pretty depressing. And if you don't have multiple streams of income, and I would suggest get yourself, make yourself a product, whether it's digital or not. If it's not a $200 or more product, it is, and it's tough. You're never going to get what you want. People are always negotiating you down. They don't expect to pay top dollar on Facebook Marketplace. Real pain in the butt to deal with. But we're going to talk about stick with me, because I just went live on WhatNot the other day, and in an hour sold every product I had in the stream, and they paid the shipping themselves. The buyer pays the shipping. All I had to do was print out a label and slap it, and I just dropped it off at the post office, 20 boxes, and it was the fastest money I ever made. It was great. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Quarter two, right? We're getting into quarter two where, you're starting to go around and look at seasonal products, your patio furniture, your sporting stuff, all that kind of camping stuff, outdoor stuff, all that kind of stuff, right? It was interesting because it depends, I guess, on the price point, right? Because I started the auctions at a low price. We might as well just start talking about it, right? So I started the auctions at a low price, and some of them I didn't make top dollar on for sure. But other ones that people wanted, you started getting back and forth, and you started making more than you expected on some. So I didn't do so bad. I didn't do so great. But the key is, sure, I could have made more money on Facebook Marketplace, or if I had a garage sale, or eBay even, right? But that would have taken a lot of time. Where could you go in an hour and sell out, right? It was crazy. Now, and if I told you it was Saturday night, 11:30, so I was live from 11:30 at night to 12:30 a.m. Hey, Adam, what's going on, bud? Um, you know, maybe it is. I've only been on it the one time, right? But I've been watching it, and I guess has to do with the products, has to do with a lot of things, I guess, right? Um, hey, Abdul, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. So we're talking about Amazon influencers. We were talking about WhatNot, and we were talking about what we're doing with all the free products that we get. It starts to pile up in the garage, and some people have storage lockers, storage units that they have these things in, right? I give them a lot of stuff away as gifts, right? I feel really good about myself when I give stuff away, so I give a lot of stuff away, and but a lot of stuff just sits there on the shelf, and you know, I don't need it. What do I need it for? So we can sell it, and that's another income stream, and definitely worth it. So now when I'm negotiating with brands, I'm asking, I need stuff with resale value. Do you have anything with better resale value? They want to send me some, tchotchke, doohickey, and I'm like, come on, man, I make my money on the resale. You don't want to pay for the video up front. I make my money in the resale. You're gonna have to give me something, right? You're gonna have to give me something. So Adam says he had a friend buys a Dollar General liquidation. And he does okay. Yeah, so dollar starts go really well, but when you get something that people want and they start going back and forth, you'll get $10, $15 for a dollar item. And you got to keep in mind the WhatNot fees. They're keeping off the top of my head, I don't remember, but it's like off a dollar, I think you're making like 30 cents or something like that, 40 cents. After you pay for all the fees. So but from what I understand, the fees are still lower than eBay fees. So I'm not really sure about the fees. Don't quote me on the fees. But maybe it was 30 cents out of every dollar they take. So most of the stuff I just give away to friends and family, trade them for free stuff. Yep. Yeah, gun snob. Yeah, and the other thing too is, don't forget you can make more than one video on these products. So every once in a while, if you don't have anything to do and you don't have any products coming in, go out to the garage, grab 5 products, do 5 videos. What's the in product? What's that season, right? So absolutely. Abdul says to make sure you store the boxes, because now if you're going to resell it and ship it, now I said they paid the shipping. All I had to do was print out a shipping label. But the boxes, some boxes I had to scrounge up and get some boxes. But so save the boxes, save your packing stuff. So all you end up having to pay for is the printing, the ink and the paper and the tape, right? Pretty much so. So Q2 stuff, you're going to go through last year, find out what was selling last year this time in April, May, June, right? You'll find it's all your outdoor, your patio furniture, your umbrellas, your lights for the outdoor lights, you're hanging your string lights, all that kind of stuff. Pool stuff right now. Pool stuff is jumping off like crazy. Get out there and start taking videos of your pool stuff. If you're like me up in the Northeast, we're expecting snow tomorrow. But yeah, 5 to 8 inches where I am tomorrow. Can you believe it? But it's still Q2, and you got to dig that stuff out, just like you did at Christmas time when you went back and you started getting out all the decorations early and you started doing videos on those. Same thing applies for Q2. You're going to go out and you're going to get all your golf equipment, right? Your yard equipment, all your yard tools that you use around the yard, your gardening stuff, your pest control stuff. What do you use? You name it, light bulbs, all that kind of security stuff, all the stuff that you do around the house. Spring cleaning stuff, right? All that kind of stuff, spring cleaning stuff. Yeah, you guys, Adam says he's getting 3 inches of rain. I guess it depends on the elevation, and of course I'm in the Adirondacks. I'm low in the valley, but as you go up in upper elevations, they're gonna get hammered for sure. I might get 3 to 5, I might get 3, and they might get 8 to 12. It's just the way it is on the top of the mountains, All right, so Abdul, I'm going to pop that up so everybody can see that one. How do you handle the brand deals that request you to film outside? I'm also in the Northeast. During December, I made about 3,000 from brand deals, but man, let me tell you, it was out there freezing. Yep, well, definitely out there freezing. Yeah, I try to mitigate the outdoor stuff in the wintertime. There's outdoor stuff you can do. I mean, obviously there was sunglasses, ski stuff, hand warmers, all that kind of stuff, shovels, all that kind of accessories and stuff are outside, hats, or that's all stuff people say, oh, it's only $20 item, but some of these things sell 10,000 a month in those months, right? You got to do it. But as far as going out, and tell them to move south. I just came back from Florida. I was down in Florida last week for a few days, and I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's nice and everything, but you know, if you have to go in, if you're in the rat race, if you get up and go to work every day, it really don't matter where you live. You're still in the rat race, right? Like I went from Manhattan rat race, right? Really, really high, tense Manhattan subway stuff, right? Now I'm up north, a little bit less, a little bit less. Okay, so we're talking about some money here. Uh, so South Jersey, right? We got one from South Jersey and Philadelphia, right? And they have 3,000. So now, guess what? That's not a high. It's a good number, great number. Love that number. Is that 30 days, 90 days? Was that the quarter? Was that 3,000 last year? Definitely makes a difference in the time frame, right? Oklahoma, it's cold. Okay, gun snobs in Oklahoma. Buffalo. Oh, Abdul's in Buffalo. You know, Shuffling off to Buffalo. It's very cold in Buffalo. My son went to Syracuse, Abdul. So I was up. I know the west side of New York pretty well. Up there a lot. Um, but yeah, 3,000. If I did my numbers last year, and I was quite happy with my brand deal numbers, but you know I didn't accept outdoor stuff like drones and stuff because of the high winds where I am in the wintertime. I couldn't fly drones outside. There was a couple of drones that I did fly inside, and I did videos of drones flying inside. And I have by me a sporting complex, a dome. It's called a dome. It's like those inflatable sport complexes. People play soccer and softball and stuff inside, and you can rent out a quarter of it, and it's like half of a soccer field basically, and do it for practices and stuff. You could do the same thing and do the products, right? And that's an idea, Abdul. I'm sure they have one over in Buffalo, some kind of place where the summer sports people go to train. Baseball people, lacrosse people, they all go to train somewhere. Soccer people. It might be an old warehouse somebody turned into a training facility, and you might be able to, and it's going to have the green grass and everything, and you can put up maybe a green screen and work with it that way. When you get a bunch of products, 20, 30, 40, 50 products, you go out, rent it for an hour, and do a bunch of videos, right? And then you're inside, you know. Yeah, but I'll tell you what. You got to get those products out there going, and see, I work outside all day. I'm in a little bit of an advantage because I put my camera on my hat, and I'll walk around. I walk around people's houses and do inspections. That's what I do, and I'll start recording, and I'll start recording their furniture and their barbecue, and I'm walking around, and I'm not I do B-roll. I do voiceovers when I get home at night and everything, and like I don't do it like crazy. But if I see something interesting, I can take a video of it and say, look at this. It's out here. It's out in the open. This is what it looks like set up in the yard, and, pretty good. And I get exposure to a lot more products that way that aren't mine. But I have them in hand because I have them, and it's not like I'm in a store, right? So and you can do the same thing. You see somebody, you're hanging out with your friends, and you're like, hey, what is that new watch, or what is that? Is that new sunglasses or whatever? And you take the video. Like one of my best videos is something that I just took off my friend and said, what is that? I took a quick video. It was actually noise canceling earphones. We were at a show, And I was like, what is that? And we took it, and it was like, it was some kind of special brand, and it was pretty good, so that was a pretty good seller. You don't discount those kind of products, products of opportunity, I call them, products of opportunity. People, things that pop up in your life, and you got to have that camera. You can't always pull out the phone. So I keep I have a it's not a GoPro, it's a Insta 360, and it's really small, and it clips onto the hat. A lot of times people don't even realize it's there, and it's voice activated too. So I'll just go start recording, it'll record. I go stop recording, it stops, and I record it in what's called free frame, which is a circular film video, and you can cut it up into vertical or horizontal. Either way, it'll crop perfect both ways. Pretty cool, the little camera. It's not 4K, it's only 2K, but it's good for B-roll. That's what I use it for, a lot of B-roll. But the quarter two stuff, you got to get on that. What do you have out there? What do you use in your yard that you're bringing out, right? And you can look at, and all the videos you have from last year, right? 360 instead. You got the Pro Gimbal. Yeah, I love it. The 360. It's instant. I have it in the other room charging. It's a little white camera. It looks just like a GoPro, but actually the camera itself pops out, and it's magnetic, and you can snap it on. If you went to my Amazon channel, you can search and find it. But anyway, it's not important. You can look it up online. I might even be on the Amazon page when you go there for it. Great little camera for B-roll, right? It's not a main camera. Don't get it for a main camera. It's not a GoPro. It's like I said, it's only a 2K camera. I think they came out with a new one. It may be 4K, maybe, I'm not sure. Check it out. The one I got was only 2K, and I got the 64 gig because it doesn't have a memory card in it. So you're limited. You can delete stuff, so it's it's not like it jams up forever, but it's a good little camera. But you got to have something on you so you can pull it out and make that quick video when the opportunity strikes, right? When the opportunity strikes. And I'm not saying, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying go into stores and take things off of shelves and stuff like that. But if you're exposed to stuff and have it in your hand and people are using it in front of you, you're doing a review. That's a real review. That's not in a store. That's totally different. So don't jump on me, okay? If you were thinking about it, don't even bother. So that's quarter two, and I think maybe it takes a couple of weeks. But, you go and you get the video done, you edit it, you upload it. It gets approved, it gets on the product page, and it takes a couple of days after that. So you figure a week to 2 weeks before you're going to start seeing views on that video, even if it ranks right away. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, so if you save your videos, your raw video files, you can go back last year. Like the editor that I use, it doesn't matter which editor I use, but in that editor, it keeps all my videos as well. So I can go back into the editor, pull up a video from last year of the patio set, of the folding chair, of the umbrella, of the baseball bat, of the cleats, of the flip flops, of the pool stuff, and I can pull them up and I can re-edit them, make them a little different, chop the beginning off, chop the end off, put a different music, maybe do a voiceover in parts, or just make it a different video. You can take the same footage and re-edit it and make it a different video, and upload it this year. Okay, so that it get kicked into the algorithm. Remember, there's no rule on how many videos you can have on a product. You can have 5, 10, 15. There is no rule, okay, that says you can't have so many videos on a product. Don't go not so crazy, but there's nothing wrong with having more than one video on a product. Okay, and if you're one of those people that are saying it's not fair, while you're standing around saying it's not fair, there's 10 people beating you to the punch, and you got just shut out because you waited and you were complaining. Don't complain. Action. Be an action taker. Right? Be an action taker. Brand deals. We're talking about brand deals. Okay, so one of the things that I do, and if you were on the call with Billy with me, we kind of touched on it quickly. I go through my emails and my DMs, okay, my Facebook in Messenger, and I'll go through. I use the drop down menu alphabetical, the alphabet method, where I'll go up to it and I'll put A, and then of course it drops down and it'll say all the A's that I ever had interactions with in emails, let's say, and so I'll take all the ones that are Chinese. It's pretty easy to separate, right? And I'll do an email and go A through Z, and I'll take all the Chinese sellers that I have in there because you've been doing this for a little bit of time, and even people that you didn't get to a deal with doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you can't do a deal later. So you just you're sending them an email saying, hey, here I am. If you need a video, this is my thing. Here's my page. Check me out. I can do nice videos for you. However you word your spiel, right? But you have that in there. Okay. Now they forgot about you. They don't remember you, but now you brought yourself to their attention, and they go, hey, I remember that guy. He did a good video. What do we got here? And what do we got here? Right. And so I did that last month, and I've been doing it now every month for the past couple of months. And last month, immediately I got 6 responses, and 2 of those responses turned into multi deals where these people are going to send me products every month. So, you have that information in your computer, in your Facebook Messenger. You just go up to the Messenger, same thing, alphabet method, A, B, C, right? Abdul says some of my most lucrative deals have come from following up. Follow up, there you go. That's what I was looking for. The deals that didn't happen in the past. Definitely agree with you on this. So, the key is in the follow-up, always is. Okay, the key is in the follow-up. That's where you're going to get most of your thing, and it shows your persistence. So it shows you're professional, right? You're not a fly-by-night somebody who just said, "Oh, okay, I'll say, and I'll go tuck my tail between my legs and go home." No, I'm good at what I do, and you didn't want me this time. Maybe you want me next time, And maybe you didn't like the video. See, sometimes like I did a 20 book deal for a guy off of Fiverr, where I did 20 books, videos of books, reviews of books. And so it was the most boringest videos you ever want to see. But they took up the whole page. So when I was sending people to it, they were like, no, thank you, no, thank you. But you cycle through those. Now I got another 20 videos in there that are a little better. And so now they're saying, okay, I'd love to work with you. So it's you got to look at your page and realize, they're looking at your thumbnails, they're looking at your titles, they're opening up a couple of your videos, right? Especially if it's in the same category as their product, right? They want to check it out. So that is your portfolio, right? Is your Amazon storefront. I don't know. Do you share that storefront with when you try to negotiate brand deals? Are you sharing your storefront with them? I do. I do. So now you got Facebook Marketplace, you got your emails, right? And I'm not sure how WhatsApp works. I'm sure similar ways. There's ways to go and contact people that you've had contact with in the past. Facebook Marketplace. I'm not making Instagram. You check all your messages and you just go through and you find the people that you did work or that you contacted before you had contact. Initial contact. There's it's a chain, right? So you start initial contact, then they turn into a lead, right? Then there's a proposal, right? They accepted the proposal. You received the product. Then you did the video and you upload the video and then you got paid. So there's stages in the process, right? So Abdul says he shares a storefront, behind the scene pictures of filming. They love seeing tons of product boxes. Yep, seeing a tripod, etc. It builds credibility. There you go. So you send a storefront scene. Nice. Okay, cool. So that's a key. I'm gonna write that down, Abdul. That's a good one. Basically, it shows that you're professional. You have professional equipment, and you're not a cell phone creator, right? Which is nothing wrong with being a cell phone creator. It's probably a great camera. Well, it's not probably. It is. It is a great camera. It's probably a better camera than you would have had as like my Insta360. It's only a 2K camera, not as good as the Insta360. The phone is better, right? But a brand wants to see you with the Sony, right? They want to see you with the $1,000 setup, with the lens, and then the whole nine, right? With the lighting, all professional, right? all set up nice. They'll say, hey, this guy's on the ball, right? We don't have to worry. And another thing that they like to hear, uh, quick turnaround. I get my videos done within 1 week of receipt of the product. I get the product within 1 week. Usually the product is uploaded and on Amazon by then, within the week, right? It takes me 2 or 3 days, depending on my schedule when it comes in and what day of the week it is and what I'm doing. It may take me 3 days to get the video out, and then 3 more days to get it to rank, to get it to place, right? So, you figure in a week's time, you should be able to crank out. And how many can you do a day? I work a full-time job. You're going to get no sympathy from me, right? So also a mix of iPhone and DSLR. Yep. Here we go, Abdul. So he uses a mix of iPhone and DSLR camera, and I whip out the camera when it's either requested. There's a point, Abdul, right? So if they're paying you $20 a video, you don't pull out the DSLR, right? Right? I mean, seriously, right? What kind of camera are you using, bud? I'm actually looking to upgrade. I don't have a DSLR right now. I use a bunch of webcams. I have a bunch of cameras, good cameras, 4K cameras, but I don't have a DSLR. And I'm looking to get one. And I guess the Sony is what I'm going to end up getting. But I was just wondering, because everybody gets the Sony. Come on, there's got to be other cameras out there just as good as the Sony, right? There's got to be. But I'm going to end up probably. It's like being a Yankee fan. Hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. And Ken has a home set up. Okay, yeah. So you get a home set up. You take. It's what Abdul is saying. He sends behind the scenes photos or videos of mirrorless. So all right, let's talk. A mirrorless is not a DSLR. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know. I thought they were the one and the same. Like mirrorless is the one with the flip display. All right, come on, Adam, tell me. The iPhone does take a good video. I got the Samsung S23 Ultra, right? And great camera, great camera on that phone. And it's better than my 2K camera, right? But I got a bunch of 4K jobs, and so the A711. Now that's the expensive one. That's like the $1,000 one, right? Or $1,400. I started my journey into this program with this. Just sending a picture of the camera room. All right, man. Abdul's giving you some good tidbits here. So hopefully you guys are listening. And the Gun Snob's got one up there. I still use big camera for GoPros, for my YouTube. Just my phone for now. And I'm not knocking the phone, guys. I'm not knocking the phone at all, because I use the phone all the time. Okay, I'm not knocking the phone. The phone's a great camera, but I like setting up the microphone on the camera on the phone. I mean, microphone on the phone and stuff like that, and lighting and stuff. It's, if I'm outside, I don't know. Samsung S Fold product. Yep. Thanks, Adam. To those who purchase a camera, okay. Now let's look at this one. To those who purchase a camera, take products to a nice location such as nature preserve and film. Okay, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying here now. So, like, you're taking real product pictures, real product photos, and I was doing that. I was looking into doing it. I played around with it a couple of times. Like having the coffee cup with the coffee beans and smoke and all that kind of stuff, right? But I mean, we're trying to churn and burn and get these things out. Volume is it. So that shoot could take all day. So I mean, I don't know that anybody is taking all day to do a shot for video, but to get the job, to set up a couple of photos, to send out in your portfolio saying, hey, this is the kind of work I do, or this is the kind of work I can do if you want to pay for it. That's the top end, right? You want to talk $20, that's not the $20 deal, right? The DJI mic are amazing, and they were, yeah, okay. The DJI mic. I was looking at the DJI mic. I want to upgrade this one. I want to upgrade my wireless mic. I got you, Adam. Okay, I appreciate that. We're gonna pop that up so everybody can see that. Um, all right, gun website. Now we go camping. We call it camping, right? We got the camper, and we're up in the campground, and they got the pool, and they got the, and it's basically we're in an apartment. It's an apartment in the woods, and I get what you're saying, but yeah, Ken, I'm gonna look into the DJI. I was looking at them. I was shopping, and I don't know why, you know, it's tough for me to pull a trigger on tech sometimes because I'm afraid I want to get I don't want to get something that's going to be out in a month, but I don't want to spend the top dollar either. I want to get a good deal, so I'm caught in that spot where I want to get a good deal but not get screwed. Uh, the twos are way better. Okay, so don't get the one. Okay, okay, I got it. Thanks, Gun Snob. Really, I didn't know that. I didn't know the batteries went bad on the mics. So anyway, I appreciate all the chat and keep chatting. But I don't want to be focusing on you. I'm going to keep going. So we talked about the brand deals. We talked about um, touching base once a month with your contacts. Okay, touching base once a month with your contacts, letting them know you're there, letting them know how that you've improved. Because we're always improving. We're going to get better. Look, we're talking about upgrading our equipment, right? So you know every time you upgrade your equipment, isn't your videos better? Aren't your videos better? Aren't they better? Right? So not for nothing. Shouldn't you be paid more for them? You've invested more now. You've invested more. Are they not worth more? I think they are. Right? We got some more things in here about the C28, the newer one. Okay, the newer is a good one. I have a couple of newer. Type C after. Okay, CM28. So they have a fixed number of charges in age. So, Adam, remember in the old days, they told us drain the battery, kill the battery, and then recharge it. Don't recharge it if the battery's not dead because you're hurting the battery's capacity over time, right? Is that still a thing? I don't know. It might be worth saying. Um, yeah, because that's why lithium batteries were so good because lithiums would just die. They wouldn't get weak. They would just die. Right? See, perfect. Yep, absolutely. So I have a bad habit with this one. I finish the stream, I plug it in because I don't want it to. There's no battery indicator on it, so I don't know when it's going to go dead. Not anymore, Ken says. They used to say that. Yep. So let's talk about reselling on WhatNot. Okay. Well, so I'm going to say I was exposed to WhatNot maybe a year ago when I was looking for because I got banned on eBay for drop shipping for retail arbitrage way back in like 2017 2018 when I had no idea what I was doing, but I was doing it, and they banned me. eBay banned me, so I couldn't sell my stuff on eBay. So we did the garage sale, right? And I was like, I'm not going to have a garage sale every month. This is a little ridiculous. And it's the same people all the time. They're going to get sick of coming over. Um, so we looked at WhatNot, and I was like, you know what? From the eBay reselling and returns and all of that, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with any of the customer service stuff. I don't want to deal with the headaches. So I didn't do it. And the shipping, I didn't. Shipping scared me. I didn't want to. And shipping is complicated, right? It's hard. It's too much. How do you know how far across the country or how much it costs? So thank you, Abdul. I appreciate that. Um, So shipping scared the hell out of me. I'll be honest. So that's kept me away from doing it. So then I got exposed to it again. Somebody else, actually, Billy Thorpe, was like, he was told the same thing. He stayed away from it, but he jumped in, and it turned out the people that told him about it weren't even in it. So he jumped in without knowing anything. So it got me into it. So when I started doing the research, I realized, well, the buyer pays the shipping. Okay. So I'm like, well, who pays shipping nowadays? Really, who pays shipping? Amazon has spoiled people that they don't want to pay shipping. But guess what? People do pay shipping. It's crazy. Um, it is comic books, Pokemon cards, but now it's starting. If you're into women's fashion is blowing up on Whatnot like crazy. Vintage T-shirts are blowing up on there like crazy. Vintage clothes, the old jeans, all that kind of stuff is crazy. Um, But so I did some research, and people they pay the shipping, right? All you have to do at the end of the stream, all you have to do is print out the labels, right? And it's the USPS labels. All you do is slap them on the box, right? Um, there's a little bit more to it. You got to weigh the product, and measure the box. Pretty simple, and then you put it in, and they print the label. Easy peasy. Took no time at all, right? Um, so then I'm like, how do you do this? You go around with your phone, and if this is a product that I'm going to put in the stream, I just take a picture of it, upload it to the account, and put how much it's going to be to start the auction. $1 to $5, or if you're stuck on getting 50%, 75% for your goods, that's fine. You can start it any way you want, but realize that you're going to deal with the audience. But like something like this that I got for free, that I have 5 of them, right? Actually, I have like 10 of them. I can start the stream, and they can start going bidding crazy on those for $1, and I'll probably get $6-7 each for them. Same thing with I had a trail camera, right? I started it at $2, right? And I think I got $45 for it. So I mean, now when people are bidding, uh, every time they bid, it adds 10 seconds. So it's a 30-second auction. I think it was 30 seconds. And when it gets down to 0, the winner wins. But if there's people who wait till it get to 1, and then they bid, and then it jumps back up to 10, and then they start going crazy. Everybody starts bidding at the 1 second mark to add time, and it builds excitement. It's exciting. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you went live on Amazon like I did, I went live on Amazon like almost 2 years, every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Right. It was a lot of fun. Then it wasn't, right, because they ruined it. So, but I had a lot of fun doing giveaways and stuff like that. And on Whatnot, you can do giveaways. The problem with the giveaways is you pay shipping on that. So what I did was I gave away something that was sent to me from TikTok, right? One of the TikTok things that I'm doing, little stupid little thing, and I gave that away, and it went, it was pretty good. So within the hour, I sold 20 items. I don't want to go into how much money I made, or but just everything sold. Okay. Now I could have got more on eBay. I could have got more at the garage sale. I could have got more on Marketplace, but I couldn't have done it in an hour. I couldn't have done it in an hour, right? And there is also sudden death where the clock does not jump. Exactly. Sorry, Ken. There is, right? There is a sudden death. But it's automatically set up. You have to actually go into your settings and click to get the sudden death. It's automatically set up to do the 10-second jump. And it got excitement going. I mean, I guess, FOMO, fear of missing out, if it's sudden death, people are going to be waiting for that second to get to it, Now, it's addictive. When I was doing my research before I jumped in, for about 2 weeks, I was going on auctions, and I was bidding, and I was talking to other sellers, and I was trying to figure out what they were doing, what I liked, what I didn't like. And there was some times where I won without realizing I won, right? Because I wasn't looking at the screen when at the end of the auction, and it just pops it up, and I didn't realize I won. But it's a lot of fun. So I'm probably going to go live again tomorrow on Whatnot. I'm going to grab a couple of products off my shelf that I got out in the garage, take some pictures of them, upload them to the thing. But tomorrow I might do a video, a behind the scenes video of me setting the whole thing up. Thinking about it. I don't know if you guys are interested in seeing something like that, but I'm thinking about doing that, where I'm doing behind the scenes, me actually picking the products, going through, taking the pictures, uploading them to the auction. And I don't know if I can actually go video the live auction, but I might. We'll see how it goes. But I tell you what. Question: how are you deciding when to go live? Okay. Now, good question. First of all, I have to be available, right? Number one. But number two is, it seems like, now I haven't been on all during the day so much, but I try to pop on from different times of the day just to take a look. It seems like evening is the time to be on there. And Saturday night is really good night. I didn't do Friday, but Saturday night was busy, right? Yeah, and you know what? So it does go 24/7, because I've gotten up at 5 in the morning, and there's been those Pokemon streams, like you were saying, with 100 people in them, all of that kind of, all those trading cards and all the memorabilia kind of stuff. Those guys are up all night long doing all that kind of gaming stuff, right? So they're up. They're probably doing it all night, and of course you're in different time zones doing it too. So you got to figure that too. It's 2 in the morning here on the West Coast. It's 3 hours earlier. So you got to keep that in mind. So that's why a lot of times I want to go live at 9 o'clock, because that gives the West Coast time to be there, get home from work. That's my guess anyway, or home from school, or wherever they are. Where everybody's always thinking about the East Coast, and if you go live at 7 o'clock on the East Coast, people are still working on the West Coast, right? You think, so. Um, the thermal printers, yeah. Um, I was looking at a couple of those. So if I end up doing this often, I'm going to end up getting the thermal printer, and it was around $200. All the different brands, they were in that range, and then of course you have to have the label paper. But that would save a lot of time and money, just slapping the label on the box. Right now, what I did today was I used my regular printer, printed it out, and then used my tape gun to tape over it so that it would be protected. Went to the post office. I was nervous. I'm carrying boxes into the post office my first time. I'm like, man, am I going to get away with this? They're gonna arrest me, right? And yeah, the postman took it, scanned them all, said, "Have a good day." I said, I can't believe that went so easy. But yeah, um, $80 on Amazon, really? I'm going to look, because I just was looking around, and you know I'm pretty sure that's what they were, about $200, give or take, between 180 and 220 something. They were in there, but that could have just been the top row. I didn't really dig deep, and I'm not really sure what makes a good one, and what makes a cheap one. So it's like, I'm not ready to buy it yet. I got to do more research on it. But yeah, so as long as the regular printer works, and I'm only going to do one a week, maybe one a month, depending. Now you got to realize, so like, how many brand deals do you do a month? I do anywhere between, I would say, averaging somewhere around 50, right? Maybe 30 to 50. A slow month would be 30. Slow month would be 30. Um, so maybe two shows a month, maybe that would be. Uh, I went through 20 products in the hour that I went, and the other thing too was, you got to realize that people are going in and out of the stream, of the live stream. So like, at the beginning it was slow. People weren't in the stream yet. It was slow. So the first couple of items didn't sell. When I was done with all the items, I realized they were still in my carousel. I said, I wonder if I can do it again. And I hit the auction button, and it went off again, and they sold. So it's like, you can keep doing it over and over again, because new people are going to be coming into the stream constantly, right? Yeah, the West, exactly, the West Coast. You can't forget about them. That's a lot of people, man. What makes a good one? The one that sells far the most money, and has no other influencer videos. You got that right. You got that right. I'm going to put that up there because no other influencer videos. It's funny you say that because I'm so biased. I go right to look for it. And, so I'm going to end up buying some piece of crap because it has no videos because I want to do videos on it. Right. So that's what's going to end up happening. But yeah, you're 100% right. That's how you shop nowadays, right? Now, I mean, I don't even check Walmart or anywhere else anymore. When I go right to Amazon. I go right to see what needs videos, what needs videos, what needs video. Especially okay, especially if it's selling 3,000 or more a month. If it's making 3,000 sales a month, I know I'm going to have a good chance of making some money, right? Um, so yeah, so the whatnot thing, I think, let me see, can I post this? Hold on, let me go up here. I'm gonna pop this in there. I have a couple of links that I were in the chat, in the description, but I'm not sure. Okay. This is the show, tomorrow's show. I think I put it down for 8 o'clock. Uh, if you feel like coming out tomorrow, 8 o'clock, that'll be where the whatnot show is. Okay. So now the other thing was, now you guys are sellers, so I'm going to give you the seller link. If you want to, and some of you guys are already on whatnot, but if you're not on whatnot, it's an affiliate link. I think I get $100 after you make your first live stream. But when I used Billy's link, I got approved right away. Where other people, it took they had to actually explain where they were getting their products from and take pictures of their products and stuff like that. They just approved me right away with this link. So it's worth having that link there. So the seller link is the seller link. And if you want, I can give you, if you're not interested in the seller link, there's a buyer link here. If you've not signed up to be a buyer on whatnot, you'll get think a $10 credit to spend on there, and that's your shipping, at least. It'll pay for your shipping of your first product, right? Okay, what's Abdul saying here? Pop this up so I don't lose it. Yeah, Alex is great. Yeah, Alex is great. I'm still meeting with those guys. I got to contact them. Thanks for letting me know. I got to send them out an email, a follow up email. Yeah, it's artificial intelligence, which is like, hey, we can't do artificial intelligence on Amazon, but Alex, if you look through, go back into my videos like a week or 2 weeks ago, the Alex video is there, and it's the AI, and it's just like the other tools that you used to seeing where they're gonna. Search for the ones that have no videos and the categories and blah 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 blah. But this is using AI, and they're explaining to me how it's done and everything. But it's we can't use AI to make content, but that doesn't mean we can't use AI at all. We can use AI to our advantage. You can do a lot with AI that has nothing to do with making the content, right? You could do research with the AI. You can go on ChatGPT, ask it questions. Tell ChatGPT that it's a master marketer, right? Six-figure earner, blah blah blah, and please explain to me how to do this in steps, and it'll tell you how to do that in steps. I've asked ChatGPT to give me in steps how to make certain forms, and it tells you exactly how to do it. And you go in and I make form, and it's incredible. You could probably program and do programming. It'll probably tell you how to do that, right? Uh, yep, I agree, and it's like they want to stop you from do AI because they want you to have the product. I think because AI now, you don't have to have the product. You can make any kind of thing, and it's phony. And I don't think AI is bad at all. AI is great, but when people abuse it, just like anything else, it's not all good stuff. You know, it's not all good stuff. You know, you got to proofread everything. You know, but yeah, I bought two products off of Alex that Alex suggested to me. Um, both of them were getting over 3,000 sales a month, and within 2 days of uploading it, they were both on both carousels, and I was getting sales already. Right. So whether or not, and it doesn't even matter the sales because they're only going to guarantee that you're getting to the product page. Right. It's up to you whether your video converts or not. But um, it got you there. It got you there pretty cool. Um, Here, the gun website is giving up some good information here. So I usually ask 3 AIs each time I do research, since they answer differently, and it makes the yeah, that's that's pretty good. You know, it's not a bad thing to bounce things off different things and go with what you like the best. I think that's a good idea. Now, I don't know if you guys are members of my mastermind, the Sunday Hangout, the mastermind, right? Um, if not, there it is. If you go to youdidn'tknow.live, you can sign up for the mailing list for the newsletter. I send the newsletter out to let you know when I'm going live, and give you the link for Sunday nights. Sunday nights, 9 o'clock. It's keeping each other accountable, right? We're going to hang out, we're going to meet, we're going to talk about what we're doing. It's the old boys network. It's the water cooler. We're going to hang out. Remember the water cooler at work? You used to talk about the show you watched last night on TV, or whatever's going on, or whatever nuts crap is going on at the office. Well, this is the water cooler for Amazon influencers, and we're going to go there and hang out, and you're able to turn on your mic and your camera and interact, like kind of like a Zoom call, but in a much nicer setting. And every time I have a bunch of different people come out every week, and I always learn something. So it's great. It's great to do. I would suggest you come. Uh, yeah, that's not on YouTube. I've been going live on YouTube, and I'm just going to continue going live on YouTube and Facebook, right? But Sunday nights are going to be exclusively for private, so is that you don't have to worry about sharing, because you guys are going to be able to be in there with your camera and give your ideas, ask questions. There's actually, you can share screen, and you can, like, if let's say you got a video that's getting deleted, or not approved, I should say, right? You could upload it, show everybody in the room, and be like, well, why is this not getting approved? And we can all give you our ideas and stuff like that. So it's a really cool software that I'm a spokesman for, and they gave it to me uh, as a perk of being a spokesman. They gave it to me to use, and so I set it up. I'm not monetizing it. I'm not selling anything in there. It's just a hangout. I'm selfish. I have selfish reasons, Godfather, because I want to know what you know, and I want you to come into my place, feel comfortable, and start talking. Right? That's what I want. Everybody hangs out. We all learn from each other, and it's a great thing, man. The program can only get better if we all help each other get better. That's my opinion. Come to the Sunday Hangout, Abdul. You've got a lot of good ideas. I would love to see you there. Um, Sunday's busy. I know. Is Sunday a bad day? It's a bad day for me too. But if there's a better day, let me know. I mean, so I go live Tuesdays, 8 o'clock. Thursdays, I'm going to start going live again on Thursdays, 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. 9 o'clock seems late, but like I said, West Coast. And I can turn one of those into the private group if if it's better. We could always do 12 o'clock on Sunday afternoon or something like that, but that kills a day. So I was thinking Sunday night, after the weekend's done, you're set up for the week, everything's relaxing. 9 o'clock at night, you can sit down and relax. But guess what? I'm always under pressure to get ready for 9 o'clock because I'm still busy. Life gets in the way of everything. Yeah, definitely, man. I would love to have you there, and love to have everybody there. Yeah, thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Go ahead, go over to the Creator live stream. Yep, head over to the Creator live stream on Sunday nights. You're going to be glad you did. I guarantee it. and we'll be going over what happened on Wednesday's WhatNot live stream. Okay, for sure. Now, where are we here? We're just over the hour, so we're gonna call it quits. 9 o'clock, and look for me. Look for me Thursday. I might pop on Thursday, and we can talk some more. All right, guys. Have a good night. It was great talking to you. Thanks for hanging around. I really appreciate it. It makes the stream a lot more fun when there's engagement, and you get me talking, you're going to get some secrets. So get me talking, right? I will talk to you next time.